Vishik Airline.
Good morning, everyone. In today's edition of Yukti training session, we are having two inspiring innovators who will share their journey as a Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. In this session, I want to introduce both of you. Harsh Nikra. Harsh Nikra is the founder and CEO of Novarvis ITES Private Limited, an innovative air purification startup. He has done his engineering from Acropolis Institute of Technology and Research, Indore, in electronics and communication. He has always been keen for developing green and clean sustainable technologies, which he founded in his curriculum was not possible. Hence, in his second year, he started Novarvis in 2019. While learning about the entire air purification system, they developed a filterless purification system, which is now one of the most demanded tech in the RECD domain. He has also worked with a team of scientists at CSIR, Chandigarh, for developing nanoparticle based photocatalyst, a material that purifies the air just using visible light. He is an out-of-the-box thinker and great eye for use cases. Thank you, Harsh, for joining today's session. We have with us Ravi Ravaria. Ravi is the founder of RQ Recycling Private Limited, a startup working in the domain of e-waste management. He started working on his startup when he was undergraduate student. Today, he is offering its services in 2 countries and product in 8 countries. He has done his graduation in accounts and finance from Mumbai University, post-graduation in business management, again from Mumbai University, diploma in financial accounting, and diploma in systematically enhanced ability to lead, Bayside Institute. RQ started with offering its recycling services from Mumbai, now catering pan-India. Welcome, Harsh and Ravi.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So before knowing your journey, I just want to start. What inspired you to choose this path? Usually, traditionally, everyone used to choose their path. Looking forward for the placement and all, but you decided to be a startup founder. So I first will encourage Ravi to answer and then Harsh.
Okay.
So yes, actually, I never thought that I will start a startup. Like before 2018, my plans were completely different. My plans were of doing an MBA from Canada. I already applied for one of the university there. But in 2018, there was a business plan competition in my college, and I participated over there. I had a basic idea. Okay, what is printer cartridges? Okay, before before मैं तुम्हें बताऊँ इसके बारे में. I want to tell you कि what exactly we do. So हमने printers देखे हैं सबके offices में, किसी के घर पे भी होंगे. So ये printers के अंदर cartridges होते हैं, we recycle that segment. So we are the sole recycler of that segment, not just in India, but in the entire Asia, Africa, and Europe continent altogether. So, so before 2018, my plans were completely different. Well, like MBA करूँगा, MBA करने के बाद I will opt for a job and stuff like that. But there was a business plan competition. I won a prize over there for the basic idea of recycling the printer cartridges. And when I was preparing for this thing, then I realized, while I was collecting the data, I realized that this market is too huge. And there is no one who is doing this thing in this market. So that was something which made me realize that, yeah, okay, we can do something over here. Let me start. Like in that business plan competition, I won first prize. The cash prize was 1 lakh rupees. And I decided to, let me use this fund on researching more on into this thing. And that's what inspired me.
Thank you, Ravi. And your journey, Harsh?
So initially, even like I was having no plan of starting as an entrepreneur. So I remember first day of my college, I was like, these are the students and these are my competitors for the first placement round, and I have to score like the best for getting into the best package in the job segment. So that was the mindset when I entered into the college. Then after first semester, I was into each and every curriculum, like from extracurricular to the academics. I was doing pretty well. So even like in rock band scripting, each and every aspect I have experimented throughout the first semester. After that, there was no particular satisfaction कि यार इस field में ही जाना है हमको या फिर we are not doing something worthwhile. And Delhi ka smog issue was at the spotlight at that time. So each winters of those days, even this year also, I expect कि वो चीज़ फिर से highlight होगी कि Delhi is again a gas chamber. So because एक रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम थी जिसके बारे में लोग कर एक इफेक्टिवनेस से कोई काम नहीं कर पा रहे थे. So then we started actually my entire mindset started shifting towards that side कि किस तरीके से उसको हम फ्रेम कर सकते हैं, किस तरीके से हम एक सोल्यूशन प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं. सो दैट लेड टू द जर्नी, दैट लेड टू द स्पार्क एंड अ जर्नी फॉर Novartis.
Thank you, Harsh. And because this question is very important, and today many innovators will, are watching this session. Maybe they will watch it sooner or later. So their personal story is inspiring why they chose this path, which is not easy. And when I'm talking about not easy, so I just want to know. I will first request Harsh to answer that. Uh, can you just remember the initial stage of your project? What were some of the key challenges or thoughts in your mind when you had started working on your project?
Okay. So if I remember the initial days, so the first major challenge was assembling the team. I would say that I've been fortunate that some of my batchmates were equally passionate about the idea, which I shared with them. So initially we were four, then we reduced to three, and we are sticking till now. And we each have our own speciality in the company, so we each play a role in that segment. The second thing was ki we are from Indore, and Indore is, I would say, tier two city, and in that segment, uh, the startup ecosystem was initially forming. It was not even like quite prominent as Bangalore, Mumbai, or Pune, or even Delhi. So it was quite hard to find the right people who can actually mentor us and guide us into what we are going into. I'm from an army background, so I have no criteria or background of business as well. So it was entirely a new domain in which we just went into. So funds, convincing people, finding the right mentor, they were the biggest challenge in the initial days, and even sorting out the entire information which was available on Google, even if we are looking at with ourselves. So uh, initial days were really, it was like कि हर इंसान हमको ऐसा लगता था कि कुछ नया सिखा के जाएगा, कुछ नया सिखा के जाएगा. सो उसके बाद हमको फिल्टर आउट करना समझ में आया कि ओके, दिस पर्सन ही इज जस्ट ब्लफिंग. सो वो चीजें एक तरीके से आपका ऐसा मतलब मेरे को ऐसा रियलाइज हुआ कि स्टार्टअप के साथ साथ ना आपका कैरेक्टर ग्रो होता है. यू डेवलप इनटू अ नेक्स्ट लेवल पर्सनालिटी, आई वुड से. आपको धीरे धीरे चीजें समझ आने लगती हैं, हाउ द वर्ल्ड वर्क, हाउ द फाइनेंसेस वर्क. सो वो पूरी जर्नी रही है हमारी कि 2018 से अगर 2019 से अभी तक का अगर हमारा पूरा सफर देखें, तो वी हैव बीन completely transformed and our mindset have been changed.
And yours, Ravi?
When we as a company started our operations in 2019, so the biggest problem that we faced was of convincing people that the recycled products can also be a premium good quality products. Because we have this mentality in India कि recycled है तो quality में issue होगा, ये होगा, वो होगा. So that changing that mindset in the people was something where we faced some problem where in the initial times. Now people are like, okay, if even if it is recycled one, then we have used this product and quality affair. So that was one of the problem that we faced. And before that, there was one more problem because of normally India में कैसा होता है कि whenever we start something new, something different, so कभी-कभी family gets concerns कि ये क्यों ऐसा कर रहा है, why he wants to do something completely different. So that same goes with me. So when I won this business plan competition, after that I approached my father and I was like, dad, ये देखो मुझे ये करना है, ये business है. At that time, our family business was of importing the printer cartridges. We were at this level, like the initial level, like import करना, बाद में distribute करना, फिर wholesaler, retailer, बाद में consumer तक जाना. So we were on the top. And then I was like, okay, from top to bottom, I want to do the recycling stuff, which is completely different. We have no idea what to do and stuff like that. So convince करना family को भी कि okay, मुझे ये कुछ अलग करना है जो कोई नहीं कर रहा. So that was also problem. That was also one of the problem that we faced. So मैंने कैसे इसको overcome किया था? The solution that I came up was कि I have won this 1 lakh rupees and I want to use this fund. Let's see 3 महीने का time दीजिए if I am able to do something out of this 1 lakh rupees and the operations अगर continuous और profitable होता है, so I will continue or else I will stop this thing and I will continue focusing on my MBA वाला stuff. सो ये एक प्रॉब्लम था. सो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि स्टार्टअप में प्रॉब्लम्स आने ही वाले. लाइक इट्स लाइक कि
Right.
अगर आप स्टार्टअप करना चाहते हो तो स्टेजेस जो प्रॉब्लम के स्टेजेस है तो वो अलग होते जाएंगे, फिर उसके डिफिकल्टी लेवल्स होगी वो अलग होते जाएंगे. बट दैट्स समथिंग व्हिच एक्साइट्स अस कि how we overcome that. These are the sort of problems. Like when we started, we were facing problems like convincing people for our product, the recycled product can also be a premium product. The pressure from family and friends. When I started, I was in second year of my graduation. At that time, whenever I used to have a word with my friends, and उनको बोलता था कि okay, I'm into recycling stuff. So they used to tell me कि okay, तू भंगार का काम करता है, right? So now when they visit my facility or they come to visit me and they see what I'm doing, I'm working with IIMs, I'm working with IIT, I'm working with ministries. So they feel proud, like okay, हम लोग मजाक उड़ा रहे थे, but still you did something good. So that's something which makes us happy. And yeah, as I told you, problems होते हैं बट उनकी डिफिकल्टी लेवल चेंज होते हैं. लेकिन पहले ऐसा होता था कि क्वालिटी मेरे पर्सनली प्रॉब्लम्स जो थे वाज रिलेटेड टू प्रोसेस मैनेजमेंट, क्वालिटी कंट्रोल कैसे करूँ, कन्विंस कस्टमर को कैसे कन्विंस करूँ, टू प्रेशर फ्रॉम फैमिली एंड फ्रेंड्स. अभी प्रॉब्लम जो होता है जैसे कि मेंटेनिंग द ग्रोथ रेट और arranging the finance to boost our operations. So ये कुछ problems थोड़ा changes होते हैं, but there are going to be problems everywhere.
True. I think you both have shared very key one-liner. प्रॉब्लम का नेचर चेंज होता है एंड एक ने बोला कि स्टार्टअप के साथ साथ आपका कैरेक्टर ग्रो होता है. So both are very important. And why I chose to start the whole conversation with these two questions because many innovators, they used to feel that no doubt it's a kind of very cool thing to be a startup founder, but it's not a very easy journey. Okay. And sometimes you have to be very convinced about your idea and motive. So my question to you, Ravi, when you started working on your project, how much convinced you felt that time that certainly I will work on this project and irrespective of challenges, irrespective of the consequences, I will keep working on this project.
So answering to this thing, I will like to mention one person in my life जिन्होंने मुझे बहुत हेल्प किया था during this initial days. So वो person का नाम था सुचेता मैम. Sucheta Pawar. So she was one of the she was the dean of our incubation center. When I won that business plan competition, after that I got incubation center incubation support from my institute. So at that time, I was having the idea. I was pitching this idea in different business plan competition. I was winning the prizes over there, but still it was like okay, मैं पूरा develop कर लेता हूँ and then I will get into the market. Actually, what I believe is कि तुम्हारे पास बेसिक आइडिया रेडी है, तुम ट्राई करते रहो, उसके साथ डेवलप करते रहो. व्हाट आई हैव सीन इन मैनी स्टार्टअप्स इज दैट वो क्या सोचते हैं हम लोग पूरा डेवलप करने के बाद वी विल गेट इनटू मार्केट. ऐसा कभी नहीं होता. वो मार्केट हमेशा चेंज होती रहती है. सो यू कैन डेवलप योर आइडिया एट द सेम टाइम ट्राई इट आउट इन द मार्केट. सो ये एक चीज थी. तो मैंने जब स्टार्ट किया लाइक फॉर द इनिशियल 6 months आई वाज जस्ट पिचिंग दिस आइडिया इन डिफरेंट बिजनेसमैन कॉम्पिटिशंस एंड आई वाज विनिंग द प्राइजेस आई वाज collecting that and I was investing that on developing the recycling process and the products that we produce. But after 6 months, my dean Sucheta ma'am asked me कि okay क्या तुम कर क्या रहे हो, मतलब कि इसको डेवलप पूरा करूंगा, जब मेरे प्रोडक्ट्स बहुत सारे रेडी हो जाएंगे then I will get into the market. Then he उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि okay ये देखो तुम ये कर रहे हो ठीक है, तुम्हारे एक दो प्रोडक्ट्स रेडी है, एटलीस्ट यू ट्राई आउट इन द मार्केट एंड उसके बाद तुम वो डेवलप करते रहो. सो ये एक चीज है, तुम्हारे प्रोडक्ट्स पे तुम्हें कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए. दैट इज वन थिंग दैट आई वुड लाइक टू नो पिन पॉइंट. नॉर्मली जैसे मैंने स्टार्टेड बाय द फर्स्ट कस्टमर दैट आई हैड, उनको मैंने अप्रोच किया था एंड आई वाज लाइक ओके ये प्रोडक्ट है, ये प्रोडक्ट यूज कीजिए एंड इफ यू लाइक द प्रोडक्ट यू कैन प्लेस द ऑर्डर अगेन. दैट कस्टमर वाज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट इंपोर्टर ऑफ द टोनर पाउडर इन मुंबई. So I approached them with this thing and they were like कि okay what is the assurity, what is the quality, ये है वो है, pricing का कैसा होगा क्या होगा. I was so sure about my product कि I offered him कि for 6 months you don't have to pay me anything. For 6 months you use my product. If you face any problem you don't have to pay anything to me. So that kind of confidence जब तुम्हें हो पाएगा then I think कि that kind of confidence you need to have on your product.
So I completely
What was
agree.
the key motivating factor for you?
So as Ravi said कि आपको प्रोडक्ट पे तो बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए. I totally agree with that. So in our initial days, एयर प्योरिफिकेशन, वाटर प्योरिफिकेशन का तो सबको पता है कि पानी गंदा दिख जाता है. एयर को कोई सीरियसली लेता ही नहीं है कि हम कितनी सांस ले रहे हैं. एंड उसके बाद उसमें जितने पोल्यूटेंट्स आ रहे हैं, तो हाउ मच दैट इज एक्चुअली टेकिंग आवर लाइफ आउट. तो हमको लोगों को कन्विंस करना तो बहुत मुश्किल होता था उस चीज के लिए कि वी आर वर्किंग ऑन दिस आइडिया एंड पीपल आर लाइक कि एयर भी खराब होती है क्या. तो फिर उसके बाद दिल्ली का जो इश्यू था वो तो हेल्प करता ही था हमको कि हम बता देते हैं आप एक बार जाके सांस लीजिए, वहां पे आपको पता चल जाएगा लोगों का पेन. सो initially, like when we started, we were having no clue of the technology. We were having no clue of the right people whom to approach. Then उसके बाद product किस तरीके से हम market करेंगे. So everything was like forming initially. This was completely from scratch. तो हमारा जो पहला product बनाया था वो भी हमने पूरा recycled material से बनाया था. We actually went to a junkyard. We bought some things, ड्रम, वाटर ड्रम्स वगैरह हम सब खरीद के लाए थे. उसके बाद जितने भी एसेंशियल चीजें थी हमने उसमें मनी इन्वेस्ट किया था. नाउ द थिंग इज कि आई वुड से कि आपका प्रोडक्ट आइडिया पे आपको भरोसा तो होना ही चाहिए, बट आपको आपके थॉट प्रोसेस पे भी बहुत ज्यादा बिलीव होना चाहिए कि ठीक है वी आर मूविंग इन द राइट डायरेक्शन. एंड यू शुड हैव सम पीपल, नॉट नेसेसरी ऑफ दैट डोमेन इटसेल्फ, बट जिनके पास बोलते हैं ना विजडम होती है कि हाँ ठीक है वो अपनी जिंदगी जी के बैठे हुए हैं और वो आपको बताएंगे तो आपके अच्छी चीज के लिए ही बताएंगे. यू शुड सराउंड योर सेल्फ विद सच पीपल. दे कैन आइदर बी योर फ्रेंड्स, साथ वाले भी हो सकते हैं जिनको आपका वो पोटेंशियल दिखता है जो आप कभी कभी भूल जाओ. आपके पेरेंट्स, दे आर द बेस्ट मोटिवेटर्स एंड सम ऑफ द मेंटर्स और टीचर्स. सो कई बार ऐसा हुआ है कि हमको सेल्फ डाउट भी आया है कि यार सही टेक्नोलॉजी तो डेवलप कर रहे हैं, हमारे साथ वाले इतने आगे निकल चुके हैं एट दैट मोमेंट, एंड उनको इतने एफर्ट्स नहीं लगाने पड़ रहे हैं. एंड टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, अगर आप कोई स्टार्टअप कर रहे हो बहुत डिफिकल्टीज आएंगी. ऐसी भी चीजें आएंगी कि अगले दिन आपको लगेगा कि हाँ ठीक है हो सकता है हमको ये सारी चीजें छोड़नी पड़े. बट द थिंग इज कि आपको आपके आइडिया पे और खुद पे बहुत ज्यादा भरोसा होना चाहिए. इवन अगर सपोज यू लूज सम मोटिवेशन, गो टू दीज पीपल जो कि आपका पोटेंशियली एक्चुअली जानते हैं एंड दे आर सीइंग, एक्चुअली वॉचिंग यू कि आप कर क्या रहे हो. तो वो फिर पूरी की पूरी एक जो इकोसिस्टम, एक तरीके से जो बोलते हैं ना यूनिटी की जो पावर रहती है कि हाँ ठीक है आपके थ्रू वो चैनलाइज होके यू कैन एक्चुअली प्रोपोगेट अहेड. आप उस चीज को बना सकते हो कोई भी चीजों को. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है, सो द टेक्नोलॉजी दैट वी हैव राइट नाउ, इसको काफी ज्यादा इनोवेट किया गया है. इसकी ज्योमेट्री बहुत ज्यादा चेंज की है हमने, which was actually not possible. Some of the competitors, they tried to copy it, but वो फेल हो गए मिजरेबली उस टेस्ट में. So that is the thing, like you have to keep going, have the confidence on yourself, and surround yourself with people who have that faith in you.
Yes. Surround yourself with the people who have a faith in you. This is very important point. And sometime being an innovator, when you are having so much kind of social and moral pressure, then that point of time, such people used to be like a catalyst. They used to motivate you. They used to inspire you, and the way they used to find, they help you to find the way ahead. So we have known your initial journey. So now I will come to your product. So uh, you had decided to work on your product. You were very convinced about your idea. So can you share the journey, initial journey, when I will start with Harsh first. When you started working on air purifier, uh, what was the key idea, what was the key problem in your mind? And when you started working, how that journey, goes on, especially from ideation to prototype and prototype to the market ready products. Ravi.
Okay.
Yeah, Harsh.
So when we started, so हम काफी ज्यादा मतलब उसमें थे कि let's be very real and let's see कि market में actually क्या क्या चीजें available है and where we can add value. So the biggest mistake people do is develop something जो market में fit ही नहीं होती. आपने कुछ innovate तो कर लिया है, but आप उसको sell ही नहीं कर सकते हो. लोगों की need ही नहीं है वो. So that is the reason we have a lot of patents, but we don't have a lot of products based on those patents. So the thing was कि हमने starting के 6 महीने सिर्फ और सिर्फ इसी चीज में लगाए थे कि we read entire internet, I would say पूरा तो नहीं किया था, but we read the 90% of the technologies which were available, the chemicals which were available, एंड उनका यूज केस क्या था, कहाँ पे यूज हो रहे हैं, कितना क्या टेम्परेचर रहता है, कितनी प्योरिफिकेशन एफिशिएंसी होती है. एंड वी नेवर थॉट ऑफ लाइक कमर्शियली जो एक B2C वाला सेगमेंट होता है, कंज्यूमर वाला, बिकॉज देर आर अ लॉट ऑफ प्लेयर्स, केंट का, शाओमी का, देर आर लॉट ऑफ प्लेयर्स, हनीवेल, डाइसन, जिनके एयर प्योरीफायर्स आते हैं, इंडोर एयर प्योरीफायर्स आते हैं. दे आर ऑलरेडी वर्किंग एंड काफी कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव सोल्यूशन है. बट द सोर्सेज जो कि इंडस्ट्रीज हैं या फिर आउटडोर में आप अगर निकलते हैं तो उस वहाँ पे कैसा क्या सिस्टम रहता है, किस तरीके से एयर इज वेरी डायनामिक. सो जस्ट एक ब्रीज आएगी तो वो पोल्यूटेंट एक जगह से उठ के दूसरी जगह चल जाएंगे. तो दैट इज अ वेरी, आई वुड से, अ वेरी टफ प्रोसेस कि आपको एक तो पर्टिकुलरली सोर्सेज आइडेंटिफाई करने हैं, फिर अगर आपको आउटडोर एयर प्योरीफाई करनी है तो उसका क्या पूरा सेगमेंट रहेगा. So our initial thought was कि हम outdoor air कैसे purify करें. Later on we understood कि that is not possible. And we pivoted that with the semi-closed and particularly specific applications like diesel generators जो highly pollution generating है. Then crematoriums. हमारे जो ritualistic cremation burning रहती है, तो उसमें इतना ज्यादा पोल्यूशन जनरेट होता है कि like 51,000 kgs of particulate matter is released in a city in a day. So that is also one of the key criteria जिसको which has been neglected या उस पर ध्यान भी नहीं दिया जाता है. मैनेजमेंट जितने भी प्लांट्स हैं उनमें से जो पोल्यूशन निकलता है, तो इनिशियली वी वर टारगेटिंग पार्टिकुलेट मैटर. जनरेटर से जो पार्टिकुलेट मैटर रिलीज होता है उसमें हम उसको कैप्चर कर लेते हैं एंड वी देन अपसाइकल इट फॉर द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ लाइक ब्लैक पिगमेंट, कार्बन ब्लैक, जो कि एक की पार्ट है टोनर्स वगैरह का. सो वी, आई एंड रवि हैड अ कॉन्वर्सेशन, डीप कॉन्वर्सेशन अबाउट दिस कि हम किस तरीके से उसको आगे लेके जाएंगे आगे इन फ्यूचर. सो दैट वुड बी कंप्लीटली रिसाइकल्ड टोनर and printers. So our prototypes actually evolved. पहले हम पूरा स्क्रैच से बनाते थे उसको, हमको मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के नॉलेज नहीं थी. फिर उसके बाद प्रॉपर उसकी डिजाइनिंग किस तरीके से प्रोडक्ट बनेगा, देन वेंडर्स के साथ किस तरीके से डील करना है, एंड a lot of role was played by the testing agency. हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है वो टेस्ट होता है ARAI पुणे में. So that is a government based agency. So they helped us refine the entire production of, I would say, manufacturing design of that device. So currently अभी भी हमारी वहीं पे टेस्टिंग चलती रहती है, and this has been like 20th or 21st iteration that we have done of the product, and now we seen कि ये चीज पूरी stable हो गई है.
Yes, Ravi, your journey.
सो पहले मैं अपने प्रोडक्ट्स के बारे में बता देता हूँ। तो जैसे कि हम लोग जेरोक्स जेरोक्स करवाने जाते हैं कोई भी फोटोकॉपी सेंटर्स के ऊपर, तो आप जो भी जेरोक्स निकालते हैं, आपको उसके पेजेस के ऊपर आप जो ब्लैक चीज देखते हो, दैट इज द टोनर। वो एक टोनर पाउडर फॉर्म होता है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट यू गेट द प्लेट्स। सो वो जो टोनर पाउडर होता है, प्रीवियस टू अस, लाइक हम लोग ने जब ऑपरेशन स्टार्ट नहीं किया था उसके पहले, इट वाज कंप्लीटली इंपोर्टेड फ्रॉम चाइना, जापान और कोरिया। So these are the three company, these are the three countries who are manufacturing these toners in the entire world. So ये तीनों countries के अलावा there is no other manufacturer, not even in India. So people were importing this toner powder from there. So when we came here, when we started our operations, we started getting this printer cartridges, and उसमें से हम लोग toner powder निकाल देते because it cannot be used directly again. और इसका एक alternative क्या था कि इसको destroy करने के लिए दे दो। So people were throwing this thing in the destroying facility for like वो destroy करने के लिए भी they were paying. So we came up with the idea कि ये toner powder को what if we can make this thing into the reusable form. So हम लोग ने after researching it for 2.5 years, we came up with a solution which was पूरा completely proof recycle नहीं था, but at least 90 to 95% recyclability मिल रही थी. We started with that, and now we are proud to say that we are recycling 100% of the entire waste that we get, even the toner powders. So ये जो toner powder होता है, जैसे कि if you are from Mumbai, Kolkata or Delhi, and if you are making any photocopy and near you, then you are using my product. ये जितने when we started, we targeted some wrong segments in the sense कि we started with B2C directly. जितने भी retailers होते थे, photocopy centers होते थे, we approached them. It was feasible in our city like Mumbai, जहाँ पे हम लोग खुद operational है, but when it comes to other cities, it was not feasible. So when we started with B2C. We were approaching, we had a team of 17 people who were approaching this Xerox centers, and we were providing this material to them as a free sample. They liked it. We get the feedback for our product. Okay, the product is working quite good, and people are liking it. And it is comparatively, when we compare this toner powder to the imported one, the recycled toner powder to the imported one, the only difference was in the price. Import, अगर हम लोग करने जाते हैं, I was one of the importer before starting this business, so I know the actual pricing. The import cost that we were incurring was 380 rupees, wherein we are providing the same toner powder equivalent to that quality for 352 directly to the retailers. यहाँ पे 380 में importers को costing हो रही थी. So that's the kind of difference that we were providing, and that was one of the factors why customers were liking our product. So B2C से हमने start किया था. Then we realized कि यार if we want to grow faster, we cannot be dependent on this segment. हमें अगर grow करना है, because we were only, when we started, we were only having 2 to 3 different products. Now we have a series of 75 different types of products, which includes the toner powder, developer roller, charging rollers. So these are the different types of products that we have, and we have a range of 75 different types of products. So ये products develop कब हुए, when we changed our strategy from getting into B2C to B2B. So जैसे कि कुछ कंपनीज के नाम आपने ये सुने नहीं होंगे, जैसे कि जेटटेक हो गया, इमेज स्टार, ITDL, प्योर, सुप्रीम. So these are the companies or brands that are operating in India on a very large scale. They are the companies worth rupees more than 500 to 1000 crores. तो ये brands है. ये brand are the importers of the printer toners, printer cartridges. So these are the importers. What we decided, okay, let's not get into B2C. If we get into B2C, we will be concerned. We will have to put our concentration completely on the distribution and branding case. We wanted to develop different products because we know if we get the patent, because अभी तक कैसा होता है इंडिया में, तो ये इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर में या फिर लैंडफिल्स में जाता था प्रिंटर कार्ट्रिजेस के, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट वेस्ट प्रिंटर कार्ट्रिजेस. But when we see the international market, when we see the market of Europe, when we see the market of US, what is actually happening over there is they are collecting the printer cartridges, they are putting it in the containers, and they are shipping it to African countries or China. So China is already having the inflow of the raw material. If we also filed one of the patent for the one of our product which got copied in China. So we decided to keep it as a trade secret. So what we decided, अगर एक दो products होंगे अगर वो copy होगा तो it is going to affect our business. So what we decided, okay, let's bring out a list of different products कि अगर एक दो copy भी हो जाए तो we won't be facing much of the problem. So we focus on this thing. Now we have a series of 75 different types of products. So जैसे ये products हम लोग ने डायरेक्टली हमने strategy change कर दी from B2C to B2B. We started selling this product to the importers directly because वो bulk में ले सकते थे. Like एक consumer जो होता है जो Xerox center होता है, in a month they can consume 2 to 3 kg, maximum 5 kg of toner powder. But when it comes to the ये जो importers, they buy it in 1000 kg, 2000 kg a month. So we shifted our focus from B2C to B2B, and it worked quite well for us. Like and one of the problem that we faced over there was कि यार convincing someone कि यार आप जो चीज कर रहे हो वो change कर दो, and now you use my product and the way that I'm doing. So that thing was difficult, but now we have cracked it well.
Thank you, Ravi. Thank you for sharing your inspiring journey. So now my next question is, how did you first become aware of the support offered by the Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell and AICTE? And who motivates you to go through with the application or selection process? Harsh?
So in the institute, first there was the हमारी पूरी बैच में we were one of those जो कुछ अलग कर रहे थे in the startup domain, and it was much more on the product based segment. So one of our faculty, which was in the department electronics and communication, so he actually suggested कि just fill the form of IIC POC, and then you can actually see अगर select हो जाते हैं तो there can be an opportunity कि तुमको funds वगैरह का भी support मिले, तुम्हें recognition वगैरह सारी चीजें मिले. So we were like okay ठीक है, because here तो we are not actually we were not encouraged कि उस चीज को आगे बढ़ाओ. So we were like, okay, we will apply and let's see where it takes. So in that process, during that time only, I was looking for some of the professors which were actually working in the nanoparticle domain for the air purification technology. So they were like, "Ki, take it seriously, and if this is an opportunity which can actually change the course, कि आपको किस तरीके से आपका पूरा एक डायरेक्शन चेंज कर सकती है वो, so you should definitely try it if you are serious about the startup." So because we were very serious about the startup, so that was some deep words for us. तो फिर उसके बाद हमने जिस तरीके से उसकी पूरी स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसेस वगैरह सारी चीजें क्लियर की, so we were knowing कि ठीक है, this is a big thing that we have to work on. So overnight, I still remember a week before leaving for Delhi, when we that boot camp in 2019, we were actually very confused because our prototype was around 15-18 feet tall, and we were asking कि हमको ये लेके आना है क्या, product लेके आना over the call. So they said कि if you can make a toy model of it which is working हो तो बहुत बढ़िया, अगर नहीं होता है तो भी ठीक है. So overnight for like straight 2 to 3 days we worked hard, and हमने फिर उसका working prototype बनाया था, and then we came to Delhi, and उसके बाद जो pitching वगैरह हुई थी उसमें we got selected, and then we became the part of Ministry of Education's program.
Thank you, Harsh. Yes, Ravi?
Like मेरा जो incubation center था वो incubation center में I was the first starter who was incubated there, and I was quite good with the inflow and outflow of cash flow. Like cash flow में we were pretty good. So we were never having problems with the finance at that time because operations बहुत छोटे level पे थे. My recycling process was completely manual. There was no automation into it and stuff like that. So one of the problems that we were facing at that time was connecting with the government departments. Like if we talk about the government department, they are the largest consumer of the printer cartridges. One of the segment, the only segment we recycle. So the problem over there, that the problem that we were facing over there was कि we were unable to tap this market, tap this segment for procuring the waste printer cartridges. हमें कुछ बेचना नहीं था गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट, but हमें उनसे खरीदना था वेस्ट कार्ट्रिजेस, but we were not having any idea कि अप्रोच कैसे करें. जब AICT NIC के बारे में पता चला हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट हमारे इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर को, so they called us and they were like, are you looking out for funding? मतलब कि फंडिंग आएगी तो that will be good, we will invest that on making our recycling process automated. But the more than funding, what we actually wanted was कि support to get in touch with the ministries or government departments for buying this waste printer cartridges, the segment that they throw it away or give it to the informal sector, sorry, the e-waste recyclers. So ये एक सेगमेंट को हम लोग को टैप करना है. सो हाउ वी कैन अप्रोच. सो हमारे इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर ने दे सजेस्टेड अस कि ओके सो ये तो पहले से मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन के अंदर आता है, एंड इफ यू गेट सेलेक्टेड एंड इफ दे लाइक योर आइडिया देन यू विल गेट ए डायरेक्ट एक्सेस टू द मिनिस्ट्रीज. सो वहां पे तो अपने प्रपोजल्स दे सकते हो कि ओके दिस इज द सेगमेंट व्हिच इज हैपनिंग, लाइक दिस इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इनटू दिस मार्केट एंड वी आर द सोल रिसाइकलर ऑफ दिस सेगमेंट. If we can get the access to this ministry and if we can buy this waste printer cartridges from there, then एक बहुत बड़ा segment हम लोग टैप कर सकते हैं. सो ये एक चीज थी, और हमारे इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर के थ्रू हमें पता चला था कि ये कुछ फंडिंग का भी होता है एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट. बट मोर देन फंडिंग आई वाज मेजरली फोकसिंग ऑन द कोलैबोरेशंस एंड स्टफ.
Okay, Ravi. So, Ravi and Harsh, you both have shared your, especially your commitment, your passion, everything. And just recently, you have shared how become aware of the whole initiative and the person who motivates you to go through with the selection and you to go. So, my next question is, what kind of specific type of support you have received from Ministry of Education Innovation Cell and AICTE, and how did it contribute to the success of your innovation? Because Ravi just touched this question partially, but the specific thing, because so many innovators are watching this session, and especially the YUKTI Innovation Challenge 2023 participants. So I just want to highlight, I will request both of you to highlight those aspects which you believe that these aspects, if suppose I was not a part of this whole initiative, I may have missed that.
As I told you, we wanted this support of getting in touch with the government departments. This kind of supports we can get from this thing. And there's one more support, like in my personal view, what happened was the funding that we received from Ministry of Education, AICTE, what we did with that funding was we invested that on recycling process and quality control management. Because of that, we started our export in 2020-21. Because the funding that we received, because uske bina we could have done that, but the problem was कि we won't be, एक motivation नहीं होता था कि यार बाद में करेंगे, चलो बाद में करेंगे. Whenever it comes to spending something on something जिसमें पता नहीं है कि तो उसका output क्या होगा, so we tend to do that कि चलो थोड़ा और जमा हो जाए, then we will do that, थोड़ा और जमा हो जाए, then we will do that. But ये funding जो आई थी, we utilized that funding on quality control management, and because of that we started our export. Our first export was in Nigeria, and quality control mein we invested this funding on purchasing the machineries जो हम लोग की क्वालिटी कंट्रोल में हेल्प कर सके, जैसे कि प्रिंट्स निकाल के चेक करने के लिए व्हाट इज द क्वालिटी ऑफ इट, फ्यूजिंग बराबर हो रहा है कि नहीं, टेम्परेचर हीटिंग कैसी है, टोनर के माइक्रोन्स कितने बड़े हैं, व्हाट इज द शेप ऑफ द टोनर्स. तो ये सब मशीनरी में हम लोग ने यूटिलाइज किया, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट वी स्टार्टेड आवर एक्सपोर्ट इन 2021. We started in 2021 with one country. In 2022, with the help of those machineries, we are exporting in 8 different countries now. So that's something इस पर हम लोग कर सकते हैं. So this is how AICTE has helped us.
Yes, thank you, Ravi. Yes, Harsh.
So I would highlight कि there are multiple things apart from funding also that we got as a support, and we look कि वो चीज़ काफी important थी. In 2019 we won the IIC POC competition, and after that there were two aspects which were associated with it. One was the fund part for the development and the completion of the POC, and the second one was a delegation visit at South Korea. So I would say both of them were so important that from our team, I visited the South Korean ecosystem, startup ecosystem, and they're represented in the Global Innovation Festa as well, which was happening there. And the type of exposure that we got, एंड आई वुड से कि जो टॉप 5 टीम गई थी उसमें से वी स्टिल ऑल आर फ्रेंड्स आई डोंट नो लाइक आई थिंक अमित एंड मी we have retained the startup, other have dropped it and they have moved with the jobs. But I would say ki they were one of the um, I would say the selection process was so nice कि they were some of the brightest mind that I have encountered at that time. And if their innovations they had continued that, वो आज कुछ ना कुछ कर सकते थे उस चीज को as a business model. So the South Korean visit was very important. We saw कि वहाँ पे क्या चल रहा है, हम कितने where we stand in the world and where we have to move. So there were multiple aspects which was associated with AICTE. Then we received the funding for the development of the POC. We developed that system and उससे मतलब एक fund से basically आप time short कर लेते हो और आपको एक हिम्मत आ जाती है कि हाँ ठीक है now we can spend it and we can develop something new. तो that was the key कि ठीक है हमको जितनी requirement थी product development के लिए we received it. And उसके अलावा the contacts that we built through this entire journey, there are multiple still like we are connected and अभिषेक सर हमको याद दिलाते ही रहते हैं कि ये कंपटीशन हो रहा है या ये एग्जीबिशन है, you have to come, this is a great exposure for you. So डीजल जनरेटर्स की जैसे मैं बात करता हूँ, सो देयर इज अ कंप्लायंस बाय सीपीसीबी जिसमें कंपलसरी हो गया है कि हमारे जैसे डिवाइसेस डीजल जनरेटर पे लगाने ही हैं. सो देयर आर मल्टीपल कॉम्पिटिटर्स एज वेल. सो इसके थ्रू हमको बेसिक एक एक्सपोजर मिल जाता है लाइक गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर में भी, क्योंकि वहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट बिल्डिंग्स में भी बैकअप पावर के लिए दे आर रिलाय ऑन द डीजल जनरेटर एंड इट इज क्वाइट कॉमन. सो कस्टमर बेस भी मिल जाता है, इंटरेक्ट करने को मिलता है अलग अलग लोगों से. एंड टेल मी वन थिंग लाइक बीइंग अ 24-year-old entrepreneur, प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी से हम 2 बार इंटरेक्शन होते होते लाइक वी हैव एक्चुअली बीन प्रेजेंटेड द अपॉर्चुनिटी कि हमको उनसे इंटरेक्ट करने का मौका मिल सकता है. सो हु वुड गेट दैट अदर देन अगर मतलब एआईसीटी हमारी हेल्प नहीं करे उस चीज में तो. So there are multiple perks of these things and इनसे associate होने के बाद. And the second thing is कि like Ravi is one of my now a close friend and we are developing what I believe is कि अगर आपको इसके बाद भी आगे जाना है as in कि you are growing your startup, you have multiple ideas, you brainstorm it, आपके पास कुछ चीजें ऐसी perception रहता है जो कि सामने वाला उसको और बेहतर तरीके से बता सकता है, कुछ नए आइडियाज दे सकता है. So you build a network and your own team as a future entrepreneur. If these events are there, you tend to have interaction with some of the great minds in the country, some of the great young minds, and I'm sure Ravi is one of them. There are many people. One was from Chennai, right? The Aircam one. So they are also close friend of ours. So in all the entire journey, the receiving end, what we are actually receiving from being a part of AICT and MIC, it's very valuable. It is very valuable.
Thank you, Harsh. Thank you. And again, it's a very important to important for the all viewers, especially innovators, that as an innovator, Harsh and Ravi both are passionately working on their projects. And the government, when you are the part of government ecosystem, you used to understand so many things from different perspective, right? And also you used to not only to get connected with the like-minded people, but you also get some exposure. And both were sharing all those exposure, including visit to South Korea and some innovators went to Canada also. And recently, I think in last 1 year, both, if I'm not wrong, both have participated in 3 exhibitions, and all exhibitions were national level exhibitions. So all these are the best part of this whole thing. Harsh and Ravi, because we are having very less time, I will cover 3 more questions. The first question is, and it should be like a rapid fire type. In your entrepreneurial journey, I know when you had started, you were very committed, you were passionate. I will keep repeating these words throughout this interaction, but still, everything was not good, right? You have faced some challenges, you have faced some obstacle also, right? So what kind of challenges you had faced in your journey till date, and how you have faced it, है ना? So I will request both of you to just highlight the major aspect, because that things we need to know, especially the innovators, that this journey is not very easy path, right? They have to go through with some challenging things, right? But how you are facing it is interesting things to know. Yes. So first I will request Ravi and then Harsh.
Yeah, the first problem that we faced was, as I mentioned, convincing people, changing the mindset of the people. If you are working on something innovative, then you will have to change the perspective of people or your customers. So that was one of the problem. I convinced it by providing with an assurity of giving them a credit of 6 months. Use it for 6 months. Still, you don't come up with any problem with the product, and you will have to continue buying it and clear my dues. So that was the solution that I came up with. The second was the family the pressure from my family. We were the importers, and I started with something which was into recycling. And in our community, or I belong to a Gujarati family. So हमारे में कैसे बोला जाता है कि if you are doing the recycling है तो कचरे का काम कर रहा है. So उनको बताना कि the other thing that we are doing is something बहुत बड़े scale पे हो सकता है. And I did it by the way. So now family members are like let me start with my family. My dad. My dad was against this business. So he was like, why you don't want to do this stuff? You already have a good plan of doing your MBA from Canada. Why you want to suddenly change your plan and stuff? So how I convinced my dad first was, give me a time of 3 months. If I am unable to do anything, then I will continue with my studies, and I won't ask you again. Yeah, I want to do this. I started with a fund of 85,000 rupees.
Ravi, your voice is not coming. हर्ष, रवि की आवाज नहीं आ रही, right?
हाँ सर नहीं आ रही है. I think
Yes, Ravi. Yes,
हाँ
please.
now he's audible.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
actually, यहाँ से बीच में network कुछ issue हो गया था, glitch आ गया था. So
No,
कहाँ
no,
तक
go
आपने?
ahead. Convincing parents
So,
was not easy for you.
So my father, how I convinced my father was like, I took a time of 3 months, and I started working on my project. I started with 85,000 rupees, and from that I made a total profit of 4.5 lakhs in this upcoming 3 months. And that was something which made my dad happy. My dad was only concerned with, he was not concerned with what I'm doing. He was concerned with कि इसका आगे का कुछ होगा कि नहीं. With that 4.5 lakhs, dad ने कहते हैं, he was quite happy कि okay ठीक है चलो ये कर लेगा, manage कर लेगा. And at that time when I started, I was 18 or 19. So 18, 19 में अगर कुछ हो जाता है, so आगे क्या होगा? My dad was concerned about that. So I gave him the assurity कि कुछ नहीं होने वाला. So yeah, that was a few problems that I faced, and I think you really can see that I share. So
Yes. Harsh.
so first of all like जो हर startup की problem रहती है product based manufacturing की, so we had the fund issues because the prototype and the technology development requires a lot of if you are into deep tech. you require funds. Second thing I would say was the issue of place. So the kind of people and the mentality that we have here in Indore regarding the startups, that is purely business minded. उनको केवल ये चाहिए कि they will take 51% of your equity and they will invest like 20 lakh, 10 lakh, and they will expect 1 CR of return. So that is not happening here, at least in Indore. So that is one of the challenge that we faced. Um, then I would say, uh, sometimes you think your idea is very great or the application use case is very great, but the ability to actually see the reality and pivot from it and develop something new, entirely new strategy, and leaving that, building it from scratch. That is one of the things that took an effort for convincing the team, convincing the existing mentors कि आप इस चीज से pivot क्यों कर रहे हो. सो आई वुड से कि मेजर प्रॉब्लम्स आती जाएंगी, आपकी टाइमलाइंस भी काफी ज्यादा मिस होंगी. यू विल हैव अ फोमो ऑफ फ्रॉम द कॉम्पिटिटर्स कि कॉम्पिटिटर्स इतने आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, हम इतने पीछे कैसे रह गए. सो देयर वुड बी प्रेशर फ्रॉम द सेम एज ग्रुप पीपल एज वेल. उनकी जॉब में वो लोग इतनी ज्यादा सैलरी कमा रहे हैं या कुछ ऐसा कर रहे हैं. दैट्स अ जनरल फोमो फ्रॉम लाइक पीयर प्रेशर बीइंग दैट. एंड as far as like family will also be there कि उनका एक प्रेशर रहेगा आपके साथ कि now you are of this age, so and so age, आपको कुछ ना कुछ उसमें मतलब करना ही पड़ेगा, आउटपुट लेना ही पड़ेगा. once they see the cash inflow, they are chill, they are super chill. बट अगर उनको कैश इनफ्लो नहीं दिख रहा है, so they are a little worried कि यार इतने एफर्ट डाल रहे हो, इतना हार्ड वर्क कर रहे हो, तो उसका आउटपुट तो निकलना चाहिए कुछ. सो आई वुड से कि ये कुछ मेजर प्रॉब्लम्स रहेंगे इफ यू आर इनटू डीप टेक बेस्ड डेवलपिंग समथिंग न्यू as technology, and there would be a fear of being technology being copied as well. So that is something you have to deal with, very being very patient, एंड ऑल्सो हैविंग द राइट काइंड ऑफ पीपल अराउंड यू, ताकि तो आप उनसे डिस्कस तो करो बट वो आपको सही एडवाइस दें. वो इम्पल्सिव बिहेवियर से कभी भी काम नहीं होगा. यू हैव टू बी वेरी पेशेंट अबाउट इट.
बिल्कुल, patience is the key. So,
राइट.
Harsh and Ravi, you have shared about your challenges. Uh, we want to know your wow moments, okay? During your entrepreneurial journey, maybe some recognition, maybe some achievements, maybe some sort of feedback from your customer, or maybe from your parents, or maybe some of your relatives. uh, Definitely was like a achievement, or maybe some sort of special moment for you. So I will request both of you to share your uh, such moments. Maybe you can highlight few of them when you felt that yes, I'm doing something interesting and unique. Anyone can start. Ravi. I think Ravi is having some technical issue. Harsh.
Yeah. So like in the starting, because in 2019 we won the country's top 5 innovator award by in IICPLC.
Yes, yes. Well,
Yeah. So that was one of the wow moment, and actually people recognized कि यार हमारे कॉलेज वाले भी तब recognize किया था हमको कि they are actually doing something great, we should support them. And then getting selected for the second delegation visit in South Korea, because there were 43 teams out of which we were the top 5, among the top 5, in which we got selected. Then there was a series of challenges that we participated in, and we won it. And one of them was in January 2020, we won UNDP Youth Collab National Innovation Challenge. So we were the national innovation winner, and we qualified for that regional specific, Asia specific regional at Malaysia. But due to COVID, that was actually cancelled. Then we also won the UNDP HULT local regional innovation challenge. We won actually multiple awards in that series, and IAC POC was like the starting point of that. After that, if I say one of the wow moment was when we had our product tested and it actually cleared the efficiency criteria given by the government. So the minimum efficiency should be 70%, and we were on 75% when we first took our prototype and tested at ARA. And those tests were very expensive. The fund arrangement and everything was very tough. And we were so happy for we planned the entire process for 15 days, and it ended up being 45 days. So after 45th day, we were like, that's the thing that we have achieved, and this is like the thing which can actually lead for the sales. So the third wow moment was when we got our first order from Delhi, and it started in 2022. We began our sales in 2022, and I would say the recent wow moment was closing an investment round. So that was recently in May 2023, and again these some of the wow moments, and also the recent one NEP exhibition, we were able to see Prime Minister Modi in front of us. So that was also one of the wow moment, one of the cool moment, I would say.
Ravi?
I'm so sorry. Actually, I was unable to hear. I think there was some glitch with the internet. So, can you repeat the question?
Yes, so you have shared your challenges, but we were very curious to know your wow moments, your happy moments, maybe some achievements, maybe some recognition, maybe some feedback from your customer, maybe from your parents or relatives. So those who always, kind of very special moment for you, and you feel that I'm doing something good.
I don't think I was unable to understand your question, but जितना मुझे समझा उतने में the one of the wow moment you were asking, right? There were
Yes, yes,
two, by
yes.
the way.
I think some
Yeah,
network.
there were two wow moments for me. Like during one was in the during the lockdown. Like lockdown, we were not having much to do, so we were just posting the things like what we are doing, what we have been, what we have achieved during that lockdown. We were just posting these things on LinkedIn, and I don't know how, where, and कैसे हो गया. I really don't have any idea, but. People from the international market started recognizing us like, okay, there is some company in India who is recycling this printer carton stuff. They are that those companies were the recyclers based in like 14 countries. Like we got mails, we got LinkedIn connections from Nigeria, UAE, UK, Mexico, Thailand, Malaysia, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, France, Australia, Italy, Spain, Germany. So these are the countries from where we got the leads. Like, okay, whenever you start the operations in our country, we are the first one who want to get in touch with you as a collaboration partners and stuff. So that was the kind of thing, okay, हम लोग जो कर रहे हैं that we are going in the right track. People are recognizing, and that was one of the moment. Like, तभी ऐसा हुआ कि okay, we are doing something good. So that was one thing, and that was like when I started, I had just one thing in my mind कि यार एक बार मेरे जर्नी में ये एक बार होना चाहिए कि I'm sitting at my place at my office and someone from other country or in the same country दूसरे कोई states में से approach करना चाहिए सामने से चल के आना चाहिए कि okay we heard about your company, we were not knowing, we came here just personally to meet you. So this thing happened twice. Like one in Bhutan, like one of our, we started our operations recently in 2022 in September month in Bhutan. So in the month of June 2022, the person who is handling the operations in Bhutan, he came to India just to visit our facility, and he was like, okay, I'm very curious. We are a recycler based in Bhutan, and we want to set up our, we want your technology to be set up in Bhutan because we cannot, we are very sensitive in terms of environment. Like we take care of it, and we want to do something for it. And ये एक segment ऐसा था जिसका हम लोग के पास कुछ solution नहीं है, and we came to know about your solution from LinkedIn, and let's see how we can collaborate and stuff. So वो बंदा भूटान से यहाँ तक आया एंड उसे कुछ पता नहीं था हम कौन है क्या है. उसे सिर्फ ये पता था कि आरकेएम रिसाइकलिंग करके कंपनी है रवि इज द फाउंडर, महेश इज द को फाउंडर, ये यहाँ पे इसकी रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस है, वहां पे जाएंगे तो हम लोग मिल जाएंगे. So that was something I really wanted to happen in my journey, and it actually happened. This was one incident. There was one more incident. One of the biggest importer in India for the IR toner powder, जो Xerox machines होती है, उसका toner powder का सबसे बड़ा importer is in Delhi. When he visited Mumbai, he came to know about us. उसे पता था R-Cube Recycling करके कोई है. उसे मेरे बारे में कुछ नहीं पता था, कुछ नहीं. He asked one of our customer कि R-Cube Recycling को पहचानते हो? तो that customer was like कि रवि की बात कर रहे हो? बोलते नहीं, रवि नहीं, R-Cube Recycling. बोले हाँ वही है. This is his number. Go and meet him. So that was the moment which I recollect as of this moment. So these are the three incidents which happened, and I like मुझे ऐसा बहुत अच्छा feel होता है whenever these things happens.
Thank you, Ravi. Thank you, Harsh. Before ending this meeting, I just want to, the last question is, so many Yukti Innovation Challenge participants are watching this session right now, or maybe they will watch it later. What message you want to convey to them? Because they are also starting journey. And I know you both were very, very big. I would say that it was more focused on your journey, but no doubt it's like a more like a emotionally call things. So can you share your message for the innovation participants who are the part of this whole process for this year? I will start with Harsh and then Ravi.
Okay. So I would say the entire process is actually quite effective in selecting what you are actually doing, and it would develop into a great business model or not. And even like there are boot camps also, just may that would be very helpful for shaping if you are lacking the information तो उससे शेप करने में काफी आसानी होती है अपने बिजनेस को, इफ देयर इज अ टेक्नोलॉजी को लोगों से कनेक्ट करने के लिए. So I would say कि like what we have faced the challenges. First of all, build a very good team who is actually having a common vision. क्योंकि आपने जो सोच के रखा हुआ है प्रोडक्ट के बारे में उनसे डिस्कस करो, वो 3-4 पॉइंट और उसमें ऐड करेंगे, देन हैव दैट एंड बी ऑन द सेम पेज. आधी प्रॉब्लम वहाँ इसीलिए सॉल्व हो जाती है बिकॉज इफ यू गाइज आर हैविंग a common picture of what you are doing, तो आपको एक दूसरे को मैनेज करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. वो चीजें ऐसा होता है कि ऑटोनोमस हो जाती हैं. बहुत सारे काम जितने रहते हैं वो ऑटोमेटिकली आपको देखने ही नहीं पड़ेंगे. So initially core level, build a very strong team. It could be from your family, it could be from your friends, it could be with some of the professors that you are working with, and be very real and critical about yourself in the idea term. कि आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि ये चीज थोड़ी ड्रीमी या रियलिटी से अलग तो नहीं हो रही है, कि हम ऐसा बोल रहे हैं कि हम वी आर वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट द आइडिया बट एक्चुअल में उसका कोई एग्जिस्टेंस ही नहीं है. सो बी वेरी रियल एंड वेरी क्रिटिकल अबाउट दैट. खुद के सबसे बड़े सेल्फ क्रिटिक बन जाओ उस चीज में. दैट वुड रियली हेल्प. एंड लास्टली आई वुड से कि पेशेंस रखो and trust the process. That's it. And be like have the people who can actually pull you up when you are at your lowest point.
Very relevant. Thank you, Harsh. Yes, Ravi.
So yeah, I completely agree to Harsh. Like with stuff like your start, like सबसे पहले तो create a good team. So that is one thing I wanted to say. Other than that, I believe कि जैसे हर्ष ने बताया कि be realistic, like believe in on your idea, but ऐसा ना हो कि you are like okay ये साल में मैं इतना कर लूंगा, मैं ये साल में इतना कर लूंगा, I will approach, like मैं इतने जन को cover up कर लूंगा. तो be realistic. ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते कि ठीक है हाँ आधा इंडिया मेरा मटेरियल यूज करेगा या मेरा प्रोडक्ट या मेरी सर्विस यूज करेगा. That's not realistic. Be realistic, but believe on your idea. And the other thing that I wanted to add in this thing is surround yourself with like-minded people and actual genuine people who really want you to be successful. ऐसे भी होता है कि people are like they pull your leg and like ऐसे ये क्या कर रहा है, वो क्यों कर रहा है, ये क्या कर रहा है. Try to avoid those kind of people जो थोड़ा negative vibes लेके. थोड़ा ऐसे लोगों के साथ रहना जो एक्चुअली वांट्स कि तुम आगे जाके कुछ करो। तो ये एक चीज है। एंड वैसे भी जैसे कि हर्ष ने बताया कि बी पेशेंट एंड गुड थिंग्स टेक टाइम। ठीक। So that thing I would like to add in this. Other than that,
Thank you, Harsh and Ravi. And just before concluding this session, I just want to, uh, recollect some one-liners. Like while developing your product, keep trying in the market. Um, have a confidence on your product. This is the key thing. स्टार्टअप के साथ साथ में आपका कैरेक्टर एंड पर्सनालिटी भी ग्रो होता है. सो कीप फोकसिंग ऑन, कीप लर्निंग, कीप ग्रोइंग, and the learning agility will definitely help you. And this is the process where you can learn so many things. Problem phase level, you keep changing. With the flow of the, or maybe journey, or you will travel. So you will face problem, but the level will be different, and you have to you need some support from your maybe mentors or maybe some guide, some people you need who can maybe push you and maybe realize your potential, like Jamban. Surround yourself with with those who can motivate you and knows your potential and help you to realize your potential, and also keep motivating you to work on your product. Thank you so much, Ravi. Thank you so much, Harsh, for joining us today, sharing your journey. And I believe this video will help our innovators, in fact, our faculty members, to understand the journey of innovators from those who are already traveling, who have who have achieved something in their life, and they are very passionate, and we wish you good luck for your future. And we believe that in future your journey will inspire many innovators to choose this path. Thank you so much. I really appreciate my team members for their support. Thank you so much. We will meet again with another 2 innovators day after tomorrow, and we'll conclude this Yukti Innovation Training Program. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.